love bookstores. I love bookstores. Kay and I can spend hours and have spent hours in bookstores. We love it. I like to go in and look at the magazines, and I like to go over and look at the car magazines and the gun magazines and the boats. I love boats. I love big boats. I love to look at these boats. She's over there looking at homes and decorations and interiors and all these things. And then I'll go over and I'll look at leadership books, since that's what I spend a lot of time on, just to see what's new out there. But when I'm looking, I like to look at different titles. I like to look at different colors of the books and how they present themselves, because it's important as an author writing books that you get a book that kind of pops off the shelf when people go by. Well, the other day when we were at Barnes & Noble's, I'm walking down and I see this book title called Mind Monsters. And I went, whoa, is that amazing? Isn't that a great title? I'm thinking, what if I did a series, a quick series, 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe max, where I talk about mind monsters. You know, those little things that attack us all the time. Those little thoughts that come in about guilt and fear and worry and insecurity and sadness and so many things that attack us all the time. Those mind monsters, I thought that would be amazing. You know, I've had an opportunity to share with a lot of people that's been involved in drugs and alcohol, and firsthand I've heard many of these guys and gals say, look, one of the biggest challenges that we get at that time is we hear these voices. They come in and they attack us. They try to put us down and tell us we're guilty and we should be shameful, and, you know, just continue to put them down. These things are real, folks. They're real. They're real in my life. I'm attacked all the time, and I know you are too, with these thoughts that try to come into our mind and take us down. One of those monsters that I want to start with is this monster of doubt, or should I say the lack of faith. Now, we say we have faith. It's, you know, no, I've got faith, man, I believe. It's pretty easy to say those things, but sometimes when it comes time to commit, I know I have often fell short. I just didn't make it happen. And I know some of you guys have the same challenge right now. My wife, I love her, she has this saying. She says, faith is believing something is so when it's not so, so it can be so. Ooh, believing something is so when it's not so, so it can be so. We had to live that in 1975. I'd lost my companies, I'd lost my cars, we lost our home. Well, my wife said the home was there. We just didn't have it anymore. Not funny now. I mean, the credit cards, all those things. I mean, everything was over. Had a little bit of cash left, had 2 young children, I had an old pickup truck, and I thought, what are we going to do now? What are we going to do? And man, you talk about mind monsters. You're a worthless husband. You're a worthless father. I can't believe you would do this. You know, like I automatically said, I just want to see how I can destroy my family. But these things started coming at me. You know what I'm talking about. They just come in rapidly, and it's just fast fire. You know, right now some of you guys are under this, and we had to step out. I had to step out and think, oh, I've got to get away. So I grabbed my wife, I put her in this old pickup, and we took off in Tulsa, Oklahoma, started driving around. Now, we just lost our home. So what did I do? I took that pickup and I started driving on the south side of Tulsa. Man, they're beautiful homes, mansions out there. And I just wanted to start resetting my mind and start dreaming again. Now understand, it wasn't so. We were at ground zero, and here I am driving around believing that someday I'll find something, or something will happen where I can recover, and one of these days I want to give my wife something like this to live in, which, by the way, we did later on, which was a remarkable story in itself. But today, many of you just need to step out in faith of believing something to be so when it's not so. Faith that your business will explode. I don't care what that business is. Some of you are saying, I don't know if I can make this work. Faith that your finances are going to turn around. Bob, you don't know yes, I do. I had no money. Faith that your marriage will be healed. Faith that your addiction will be overcome. Faith that maybe a child that's wandered away will come back home. You've got to have that faith. You've got to believe in that. You say, Bobby, you don't understand. You don't know where I am. Yes, I do. And I want to give you a scripture. This is so important. It says, take heed lest any person should fall. That's me. That's you. Any person should fall. There is no challenge that has taken you or me that is not common to all mankind. So don't get stuck on yourself. Whatever you're going through has happened to millions of people before. But at the end of that, it says, but God has given you and given me a way of escape. I say it this way. I think it was in England I read one time, they used to have a blim line on a boat. A blim line was a line that they put on the side of the boat, so when they were loading the boat, once the load got on the boat got equal to that line, they stopped loading the boat. In other words, the boat couldn't take any more. I believe with all my heart that God's got a blim line on you and on me, and He knows exactly how much we can carry and how much we can do and how much weight we can take. Now, when we say, okay, I'm going to exercise this faith, I'm going to step out, I'm going to start believing, you got to get ready, man. You got to get ready, just like when that happened to us in Tulsa, because these mind monsters are going to come in. They're going to say, you're not worthy. You're not capable. You've always been a loser. What makes you think you're going to win now? Who do you think you are? Look at how you're living right now. Look at your finances right now. Who do you think you are? You think you can step out and turn around and make this happen? And these things just attack us and attack us. It's attacking some of you guys right now. Let me give you quick three quick solutions, things that I've learned, okay? Number one, you have to recognize that these things are attacking you. Many, many years ago, I was kind of in this sewer that all these negative thoughts were coming in, and I was just accepting them and going down the road. Recognize, start being more sensitive when these negative thoughts come in. The minute they come in, that's the first R, recognize. Number two, reject them, rebuke them. I mean, speak them out. In other words, get them out of your mind. I take control of my mind right now. I'm not going to allow this negative thought in my mind. I will not accept this negative thought in my mind. I rebuke it. I am not going to listen to this. So recognize, rebuke it, and then replace the words. Replace with your words. I think it's neurolinguistics. Neuro, for all you Oklahoma State University grads, means mind. Linguistics means words. It says that our words can program our mind. We reprogram our minds with our words. So start going into those positive affirmations. Start replacing those things. When these things start coming at you, recognize them, reject them, and then start reprogramming, saying, I am worthy, I am special. God's got a plan and a purpose for my life. My future is bright. My business is exploding. My marriage is awesome. And my finances are in abundance. Man, this is exciting. Believing it to be so when it's not so. That's the hardest part. See, when things are not there, it's hard to believe they're going to be there. But I'm telling you with all my heart and with all my knowledge and with everything that I've seen in my life, you can turn this around. It's been said that it takes approximately 21 days to start reprogramming that brain. I want to ask you everybody to do something today. I want you to go to my website, if you would, bobgoshen.com. Immediately a little pop-up will come up and you can sign on for my 21-day series. It's a little 3-minute vignettes. You put your email address in there, and every morning I'm going to come in and I'm going to give you a little 3-minute clip on positive and things that you can do to start turning your life around. You can do that. I encourage you to go to that way. Also right now, when you sign in, you're going to get my new free ebook. I'm just going to give it to you, okay? Leadership Lessons for Life. I just wrote it, just ready. You're going to love that as well. I'm also going to ask you to do one other thing. I'm such a believer that so many people are having these mind monsters come into their life, just like you today. And just like I've had and will continue to have attack me, that more people need to hear these messages. I want to ask you to do this, please. Like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. Like it, comment, share it. The comment is this, what you took from this message. In other words, a takeaway, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 thoughts. Do that and send it out. My friends, you can win the battle of this mind, these mind monsters that are coming in. Our words program our mind and direct our actions. I live for Christ. I love my wife. I lead my kids and grandkids. I then look for those who need to know that life offers so much more than just a living. You're special.